of a veteran and his great-grandson. While they never spent much time together on Earth, their paths were recently joined together unexpectedly through unfortunate circumstances. Our Eliza Petrie brings us more.
Yes, Stacy, the Combs family of Rochelle, Illinois has a compelling history that is rooted in the idea that the unimaginable is possible. This story begins with James Combs, who served in the Navy during World War II. Following the Battle of Leyte Gulf, he was reported killed in action, but he was actually still alive.
They were within minutes of being the first kamikaze attack ever. There were two different ships, and the one that was with them got hit first, and they got hit later. And they said it was just chaos.
So much chaos that the infirmary reported James Combs' death.
And they just sent a card home. They said that he was killed in action. And several months later, here he comes walking across the yard.
The story goes that James's mother slapped him in the face to make sure he wasn't a ghost. This is a tale that James's great-grandson, John Combs, knew quite well while he was only 6 years old when his grandpa passed. In an interview with WNIJ Radio back in 2017, he said,
I always looked up to my great-grandfather, just kind of the man that he was and his service to our country.
But he would reunite with his grandpa sooner than he planned. In the beginning of October of this year, John died suddenly at the age of 24. He was doing lineman work in Georgia following the hurricanes. For an unknown reason, he decided to come back home to Illinois early, then never made it home.
Got in line at the airport, checked that orange tool bag on. The bag flew, he didn't. And what happened from there, I have no idea.
One day later, he was found on a railroad track in Montgomery, Alabama, which leaves so many questions as to how and why.
He never let anything stop him. And the one theme through this whole thing was, I just want to go home. And somebody stood in his way trying to find his way back home.
The Combs family held John's celebration of life on October 26th, not realizing that they had planned it on a significant date in their family history.
That October 26th was 80 years to the date that my grandpa was reported killed in action, and that was actually the date that my grandpa died in 2006.
Which felt meant to be, because for those who knew John, he lived his life as if he was from his great-grandpa's time period.
I mean, he had made comments, that he wished he would have lived back then rather than today. He liked the simplicity of life. He liked the old motorcycles, the old cars and trucks, and riding horses, and the way you worked hard and you were rewarded for it.
And while the Combs family will do whatever they can to understand what led to John's death, one thing that brings them peace is he now gets to make up for lost time with his hero, James Combs.
He'd always said what he would give for an hour with him. Now he's got that, along with some other questions about different things that he's now got the real answers to.
John's dad says he wishes his son could repeat the history of his grandpa by reversing his death report and come walking across the yard like James Combs did back in 1944. But as reality sinks in, the family is determined to find answers. If you or someone you know has information related to John's death, please contact the Montgomery Police Department. Reporting in studio, I'm Eliza Petrie.
Thanks, Eliza, for that story. For more on this, please head over to our website, newschannel20.com. Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.